Mercury, the centerpiece to the Destiny 2 Curse of Osiris expansion, is going to be your newest destination. However, there may not be that much to investigate. We're told that branches will open if you begin a public event or quest, but because we were told these moments are only tied to specific instances, the space feels tiny. During a Bungie screen, however, they made it look like the Infinite Forest area may be explorable, so keep an eye on IGN for our full impressions after the DLC is released. I wish I could give you a better impression, but because our explorable space was so small and only had one new public event and one lost sector, which I hadn't found, I was left feeling like Mercury was light on activities. Regardless, here's what I can talk about. The public event is pretty straightforward. You kill some Vex enemies and slam orbs that fall out of them into a receptacle. Then you catapult to 2 of the side islands and do it again before returning to the middle and finishing off a final boss. The heroic mode was triggered by a few players accidentally, but I'll leave that part for you to discover for yourself. I did like that you got to explore outside of the central area for the activity, but overall it was brief and standard. Hardly terrible, but nothing to write home about. There were also your traditional wandering bosses to fight for tokens you can redeem at Brother Vance in the lighthouse. To get to him, you simply go through a teleporter, and yes, you can finally go to the coveted area from the first Destiny. Once you arrive, there once again isn't much to do beyond visiting the friendly vendor. Thankfully, last week's Bungie stream revealed that adventures can be acquired that will allow you to build some unique weapons. That part has my interest piqued. We were also lucky enough to play through 2 strike missions which I was not allowed to capture. The first had us fighting through the Infinite Forest area, revisiting battles with the Hive, Fallen, Cabal, and Vex. The second strike had us chasing a Cabal through a myriad of obstacles thrown at us by the Vex. The encounters are fun, but easily passable, even at 305 in the new Heroic Strike playlist. The best part was the final boss encounter of the first strike, where we fought against a rotating Cyclops-like character on top of the platform. It was honestly one of my favorite moments in the expansion. The second strike, however, abruptly ends as damage was retained for the boss. It left us wondering where the rest of the fight was. And I did want to briefly call out that these are both ripped straight out of the campaign, which I found very disappointing. When asked why the strikes were presented this way, Destiny 2 Osiris director Sam Jones said, "We wanted to be able to put that front and center and try to ensure that most people could access that content and see it as part of the mainstream campaign. As a fan, I humbly ask that next time the strikes are kept separate and unique." Overall, the content is still feeling pretty light. I'll check back next week with one more reveal before the December 5th launch. Of course, for all things Destiny, keep it right here on IGN.